Well, what's going on, fellow zombies? Are we alive yet? Are we awake yet? It's only about, what, 2:51 in the afternoon on Saturday, the 20th of December, 2025. Countdown till Christmas, and then after that, we got New Year's. And then we got to deal with the rest of 2026. God. How am I doing? So I tried to explain some of my earlier logs, and I know they're coming out late. Late postings. More technical issues with my phone that I'm doing all the videos on. And memory situations are having more and more of an issue. I need a new phone. I gotta get to a phone place and get me a new phone. I know they talked about those Obama phones, but I am not gonna be. Uh, I know they're free, but there's always a charge. There's always a cost. There's always a price for it. You're looking at the dollar signs that said, nope, don't lose that damn phone, don't break it, because you got to replace the damn thing. They'll want the thing back, so get it refurbished, and then maybe give it to somebody else. And that's how it works. I'm on a naughty list with these guys. I'm on a naughty list. I couldn't get a new phone from these guys if I wanted to because I'm on their naughty list. Some stuff I can't transfer off the phones, and I've kept them somewhere. Memories of my brother and conversations and texts and stuff. I can't find a way to transfer them. Different plugs. I don't have a universal for it. Can't open them up to get the damn cards out or get the information out the chips. So if I'm going to get me a phone, I'm going to get me a phone. It's probably going to be a cheap knockoff and out of service, out of date, whatever it is. So I'm going to get me something to work. Hopefully that's got a little bit more memory than this one's got. So I can continue to do what I got to do. The fun part is just trying to reinstall everything on there, including the damn passwords. And that being said, a holiday season brings out a lot out of people, one way or another. Either it takes you off, pisses you off, upsets you a great deal, or maybe you just appreciate and learn to love the holiday a lot more than what you realize. And if it comes to the point where you've already lost people in your lifetime, and the holiday brings out the memories, then I know it brings out the grieving and the pain. I've come across different memes and different postings out there, different ads about this doctor or this person knows what people are going through because we got these stages to go through. And I'm thinking to myself, you gotta be fucking kidding me. So, step into my parlor, boys and girls. We're gonna do grief. Now I know they'll have it out there of stages and books and everything else what they talk about. Even Wikipedia's got it. Healthline.com, clevelandclinic.org. They'll be talking about it. All these medical places online. The 5 basic ones they're talking about. And maybe more. Denial, numbness, and shock. Bargaining, then depression, then anger, then acceptance. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't think so, guys. They say causes of grief, but they never say concerning about the damn stages that you have to go through, especially when you get freaking triggered, and how it changes personalities left and right. I've seen too many people grifting off of others because they think their advice is king. Mine isn't. Mine is my own. Mine is personal. I haven't grifted from anybody. Not on YouTube. I hope to God I don't. I say it from my own damn personal experiences. What I've gone through in my lifetime, yeah, I felt the pain, but then I locked it in. They called it denial. Well, shit, with things happening in your lifetime, yeah, it's a hell of a lockup, I'll tell you that much. Sometimes I felt it and I wanted to grieve and go through it. When I was a younger kid, I didn't have the blocks. I didn't learn how to do the blocks. But I had to because I had to take care of things at home, such as grades and feeling the stages of losing a loved one like a great aunt. And I had to shut myself down. I almost lost it one day, like 6 months after she passes, and I'm at school and I'm struggling. And nobody picked up on it that I was struggling through a lot of grief or mental health. They didn't even bother to do a health check or anything on me. Nobody talked. I didn't talk to anybody about it anyway. Tried to talk to my family about it because one year out the other year. Next day I had to go back to school. And I missed my aunt a great deal because I loved her a great deal. I was young, in my early teens, going from grade school into junior high. And then during that time, had to deal with my grandmother, stroke-ridden. You talk about being an emotional roller coaster right there. But then again, I'm supposed to go through junior high. I went through coping things, like taking money out of my own mother's piggy bank just to play video games. A way to hide from grandma and not deal with things at home or ma. Just hide from the pain and hide from everything. I didn't have any other dreams about my aunt, not for decades to come. But I had in my adulthood within the last 10 years. And I also had dreams about my grandmother as well. When she passed, yeah, it tore me apart. It tore me apart. She passed during the summertime, and next month or two, I had to go back to school again, going into high school, and dealing with that in the 10th or 11th grade, I think. It wasn't easy dealing with my mother either. Ma was going through a hell of a lot, and we weren't talking about it. We weren't sharing anything. We were sharing the survival of a grandmother, my mother's mother, about what the hell she was going through. Not to mention trying to get as much help from friends and family, but it was still us, my brother, my mother, and I. And Dave, he'd already got out of the Navy. Long stories, long videos, all of them in my channel in the years earlier. And he was going through his own issues regarding drugs and alcohol. And even after Grandma died, he was still hunting his ass. After I get out of high school, we kicked my brother out because we couldn't stand what was going on with him, even though I was part of the problem anyway. But she was going to keep me in a straight and narrow. Have me work, and then go to school. She wanted to see what of her boys go to college. I failed her, and after 2 years, I couldn't do it. A lot of crap during that time in the head. Dealing with Dave gone, then Dave comes back. My mom working her ass off at different jobs, trying to keep the rent going, and wanted me to keep the money coming in. I disappointed her in school, but I was going to disappoint her in work. Either I work or I'm homeless. So I worked. I worked for survival. And if there was any losses of dogs, yes, I was feeling them. We had several dogs. We lost them in my lifetime. Hurt like hell. We lost aunts, uncles, cousins, friends. You mourn a loss for a little bit, but you move on. Why? Because that's how it works. So the buildup and the pressure in the back of the head was going to be taking a toll. It's just only the right moment, and everything else will be going nuts. Since losing my mama, and then losing another surrogate mother, dog, big brother. I found out that I was more broken than I thought I was. I stayed away from the medical establishment because I didn't think they were going to be helping me out, but I had to get help. I had to get help with therapy. I had to do these videos. I had to do a lot of audio recordings. I had to talk about it and talk about it and talk about it. May bore the living crap out of people, but this was my own survival, mental and physical. And yes, there had been a lot of days I was grieving because of triggers left and right. There was no denying this time that I knew where all the pain was coming from, but the triggers were still there. And I hadn't developed, or at least I lost the ability to develop tough skin to not feel the pain, not be triggered. And unfortunately, when I'm dealing with a lot of anniversaries and I'm dealing with the holidays, it really took a toll on me. From a lifetime, I'm coming up on 60 next year. I've been dealing with death since the age of 4. That's like 55, roughly. Maybe more. I'm dealing with death personally and then dealing with death indirectly. I'm supposed to be able to deal with this shit? I hear all these things, these psychological bullshit things that they keep talking about. Denial, denial. Yeah, well, when you're in a survival mode, yeah, you deny everything. Because you have to survive, you have to live. You have to function. Push the shit down so you deal with it maybe sometime in life. But at that moment, it's all you think about is survival. There's nothing else. And then they talk about anger. Yeah, there's a lot of anger in it. But the one thing I hadn't done was bargaining. Oh, I know. But they would call bargaining. I should have. Yeah, I should. I did that to myself. I should have myself. I did that. Not for the people who have lost their lives, but right around Ma's time, then afterwards, yeah, I was doing that a great deal. It's a guilt trip. Survivor's guilt trip in my book, in my definition. That's how I was dealing with it. That's how I'm still dealing with it. But there's not a damn thing I could have done about it. I was doing everything I could. And I didn't think I was at the time. So maybe they would call that bargaining. Bargaining why? Just means you're offering something to get something in exchange. Ain't helping much. That's bullshit. That's not bargaining. It's like, do you want this? I want to trade you. What are you going to trade it for? What are you going to trade what for what? I can't go back in the past and change things. I ain't going to either. I'm dealing with here and now. There's a lot of things I should have done in my lifetime that I'm paying for the price right now. Not going to a doctor all my damn life. Or, when I even got older, it got even worse for myself. So yeah, I've got neuropathy kicking in, diabetes too kicking in, or whatever's going on with my damn legs. And I still need to see a doctor for that damn shit. I'm seeing a therapist for my own mental health, and I know I'm going to kill myself. One way or another. And I have to be content with that. Because been through it. What else does God want from me here? I don't know. Well, me going to deny it from him? That's another thing altogether. So still, I still have to go to see a doctor about the rest of the shit I got going. I deal with life on life's terms. Depression, anger, and acceptance. I already accepted it a long time ago, but it doesn't give me any peace. It just gives me acknowledgement that, yes, I know about the death. Yes, I know about the death a long time ago in my life. I've been dead before. 3 times on an operating table. 4 years old. Doctors trying to repair valves in my heart. 3 times. Died. Come back to life. Went up, down, up, down, up, down. And then I had to deal with this. And funny, I didn't look at it in one way or another as I should have. If I really wasn't emotionally invested in the dancing, it wasn't affecting me. We're talking about numb to that effect. There's the first one, which was a rabbit. I didn't take care of Thumper all that bad. I mean, I didn't take care of Thumper at all. My brother was doing it. I wanted it because he looked cute. But after that, I'm going to be paying the price on that one. And then there were baby rats. And there were dogs. And some of those dogs, when I actually made connections with them and investments, I mean, time, energy, love, attention, that they would mean a great deal. And it still would hurt every once in a while when I would think about it. As time goes on, and I didn't think about it as much, I was thinking about other things, I didn't feel that kind of rush of anxiety or anything else. But I didn't get the depression of that one either, so what the hell. This latest one right here, I'm tearing myself apart because I know eventually I'm going to be losing her. And I don't want to. What scares the hell out of me is going over to a vet doctor, an animal doctor. Probably deal with another condition on this one. Or they're going to be telling me that there's something they can do. And that's what scares the hell out of me. Of course, they're going to say that to me at the doctor's office. You're dying, John. Well, thank you for telling me that. I already knew that a long time ago. See, I already been dead 3 times already. What more? 4th? I almost killed myself in suicide attempts. What else is new? So I got that chagrin or sarcasm regarding death. I don't like that. I don't like going through the damn shit, but, if I'm going to go through it, then I screwed life and everybody else up in that manner. But I am not going to be following someone else's guidelines or anything else like that. And you want to talk about being angry? Let's talk about being angry. There was a lot of things I was angry at Ma for, and there was a lot of things I was angry at my brother for. I couldn't be arguing with my surrogate mother. I couldn't be angry with my dog because I didn't take care of him. And it couldn't because bargaining thing comes in there. Died of a stroke. You ever seen a dog die from a stroke? Kills you inside and out. My brother, I could have been doing they called it the bargaining. I was bargaining like crazy, or just, why didn't I just doubted myself a great deal, not taking care of him better. And the bitch of it is, my brother was coming home. He came over there with blood sugar problem, comes back with a slight temperature. Next thing I know, I'm waking up a few hours later after having an ambulance ride home. He's got to go back over there, but it's the final ambulance ride. And I walk right into the trauma room, and he's already dead. Cold as Haagen-Dazs. You don't think I hadn't been changed? Prior to that, taking care of Mama with my brother. I'm doing full-time work and taking care of him and Mama at the same time. It's a hell of a stretch for a guy. And yeah, maybe I was kind of angry. She was dying and I didn't want to acknowledge it. I didn't want to deal with it. But she was dying. She was slowly forcing herself. And I could be yelling and screaming at her for it. I probably still could. Still have a bit of anger on that one. But then again, if she happened to see the shit I'm going through right now, maybe it was a good thing she died anyway, because I don't think I'd be able to deal with her in this time of crap. But acceptance? Were you supposed to be at peace with death? Give me a fucking break on that shit. I've never been at peace with death. I've been at war with death. I've been there, got kicked out of heaven 3 times because God thinks there was something else for me to do down here. Fine. But what the shrinks would call, or what the definition would be a little bit, We come to terms with all the emotions and feelings we experience when death or loss happens. I come to terms with it? I'm at war with it. Are you getting me? Yes, I've had many deaths in my lifetime. I plugged them up. I didn't want to feel the pain. But now, since I'm older, I get triggered and I cry my eyeballs out. Am I at peace with it? No. Am I coming to terms with it? Maybe. Holiday seasons bring out the worst of it because I spent it with my family. I invested a hell of a lot of time and effort, a lot of love, a lot of my energies with them. Why? Because that's what you do in families, isn't it? That's what I did. We laughed, we loved, we shared each other's. They're gone. Sounds heartless and cruel, right? It's like one day you wake up and part of your heart's not there. Or they're torn to pieces because they passed. And it's hard as hell to deal with the recovery on it, even as the lifetime goes on. It's still triggering, isn't it? So as far as I understand, other people are going through the same damn shit. They'll be dealing with the depression. They'll be dealing with the anxiety. They'll be dealing with the grief, putting them under. They're still trying to find other ways to cope with it. And it's called survival. It's called survival in my book, in my experience, in my observations of what's going on. To me, that's how it is. If somebody else can't understand it, but shit happens. So for what's happening these days, I got to deal with what is. So what do I got to deal with right now? Oh, let's see. I deal with a dog that's whining her head off. I deal with rent increases. I deal with the bills getting more expensive. Food get more expensive. Things get more expensive. Things that we need. I deal with the politics that are screwing things over left and right. I'm dealing with the congregation that has their own issues that I get hooked up with. We're trying to share each other's pain and misery every so often. I get to hear her scream when I go put her on the floor. Because she wants more attention out of me. This is my life. This is what's happening. And during the holiday seasons, it gets harder and harder to deal with. The older I get, the worse it gets. Maybe I'm not looking at it in this particular point of view that maybe I'm closer to death than I thought. But then again, I've been there, done that. And as I said before, I came close to doing suicide. I've come close to that. So, you're going to be asking me, how am I supposed to be dealing with this? I deal with it. I cry through it. I bawl my head. I pray to God on it. If I'm depressed about it, I have to keep looking at the priorities. Do they need to be taken care of right now, or do I have enough time just to feel lousy with myself, taking it easy on myself? Or do I need to bust ass, shove the pain aside, and get on with things? That's what people have done for a hell of a long while in their life. Yeah, you hear my dog wanting her head off. She wants more attention than anything else. But that's my dog. So, all right, guys. I'll do another message when I can. Talk about things. I just wanted to get over this one. Happy holidays.